My name is Elizabeth Quinn, and I'm going to walk you through the TRI-KLEEN 500UV's yearly maintenance. All of this information can be found in your user manual. Before we get started, the personnel responsible for changing filters and servicing units are urged to wear the proper personal protective equipment. This includes following safe work practices in accordance with federal, state, provincial, local, and employer regulations. Only use approved replacement parts during maintenance. We'll start with the MERV 8 Prefilter. Now, before performing any maintenance, you'll want to turn off the fan and UV light and disconnect the power cord beforehand. Your pre-filters need to be replaced every 6 months to ensure proper airflow and effectiveness. If the filter health on the touchscreen shows replace, then first change the pre-filter. If filter health does not improve, continue with replacing the HEPA filter. It's super easy to swap these out. You just open the front hatch here and pull the old pre-filter out vertically. Note the arrow on the side of the pre-filter indicating the airflow direction. The arrow must point towards the inside of the unit. Since this pre-filter is still new, we will put it back in. Push the pre-filter vertically down into the pre-filter compartment. Close the lid all the way to prevent excessive air leakage. Your old pre-filter must be disposed of in accordance with federal, state, provincial, local, and facility regulations. So now that you've installed your new pre-filter, you're protected for another 6 months. The pre-filter will keep many contaminants filtered out before reaching the HEPA filter. This is your first line of defense, so it's important to keep it maintained. The only other part that needs to be replaced for routine maintenance is the HEPA filter with the UVC germicidal bulb. You'll notice the 1500-hour filter countdown on the unit, which refers to the HEPA filter change interval.
In a normal environment, the HEPA filter will last longer than 1500 hours. Most of you will use up the 1500 hours in much less than a year. Really, the 1500 hours is a maintenance reminder for you to check both filters and the unit in general. If the pre-filter or HEPA filter are visibly loaded, similar to your HVAC filter at home, then it's time to change it. Please be advised, skin or eye damage may result from directly viewing the UVC bulb's light. The UV lamp must be off for at least 15 minutes before replacing the HEPA and UV assembly. Do not touch the UV lamp. It's fragile and contains mercury.
And now Felicia will demonstrate how to change the HEPA filter.
Disconnect any ducting from the unit. Carefully turn the unit upside down onto its top to gain access to the bottom plate. As an alternative, the unit can be put on its side. However, the replacement and centering of the new HEPA filter may be more difficult. Make sure the unit is secured so that it does not fall over during the HEPA filter replacement process. Remove all 16 hex head sheet metal screws located along the perimeter of the access panel. The casters must be turned to access all screws properly. Do not unscrew the casters from the bottom panel. Remove the bottom plate from the unit. Remove the wing nuts which secure the filter compression bracket in place. Cut the zip tie used to hold the red and blue cables in place. Unplug the connector to the lamp located in the center of the cylindrical HEPA filter by pulling straight up. Slide the filter compression bracket off the threaded rods and put aside. Carefully pull out the HEPA filter, which is now loosely sitting in the unit. Orient the new HEPA filter with the rubber seal facing down against the plate that separates the HEPA compartment from the blower compartment. Carefully slide the HEPA filter into the unit so that it is centered between the two threaded rods. Make sure the rubber seal sits on the outside of the plastic fitting located in the plate. If the rubber seal covers the fitting, the pressure sensor will not work and therefore the filter health will not function properly anymore. Replace the filter compression bracket over the threaded rods and replace the wing nuts to secure the HEPA filter. The nuts should be fully hand tightened to ensure the gasket properly seals the filter against the plate. Reconnect the white plug to the UV lamp. Use a zip tie to secure the red and blue cables in the previous position. Reattach the bottom plate with the hex head sheet metal screws. Carefully turn the unit upright again and reconnect any ducting if applicable.
Replacing the HEPA filter with its UVC bowl will help continue your protection against the smallest of germs, viruses, and bacteria in the air. These two features are your second and third lines of defense for protecting your indoor air quality.
Lastly, you'll want to reset your filter info display if you replaced your HEPA filter. Navigate to the system settings via the button on the main screen, select filter info, and tap reset.
And there we have it. Staying on top of your yearly maintenance for your TRI-KLEEN 500 UVs will help ensure you're protected. For any questions, give us a call at 919-819-1978. Thank you for being a valued I2M client, and we'll see you again soon.